September in Italy is like summer, but softer. The air is still warm, the days are languid. Our vineyards are heavy with grapes soon to be turned into wine. The garden must be pruned and nurtured after the intense heat of August. It is a time when I feel reflective and restorative, ready to start a new chapter. It's as though at the end of August, just when you arrive at the point of saying non ce la faccio più, September comes, sensual and sage, with ripe figs, a warm breeze, and the possibility of starting afresh with good intentions. 8 months postpartum with a baby and a toddler, and trying to work and co-sleep and breastfeed and take care of my family, I savor the chance to recalibrate mentally and say to myself, let's get back on track and try to cultivate a little more balance. Around late August, early September is fig season here, and we're fortunate enough to have 2 giant fig trees. This one behind me, I mean, it's impossible to even get it all in the shot. And it does 2 types of figs, the purple ones and the bright green ones. And even when they're green, they're really mature and soft and sweet. So the challenge is though to get to some of these higher branches. It's got so much fruit on it. I've got these long boots on just in case there are any snakes. So I will perhaps ask Guido to help me with some of the higher branches. And then, I'm not sure, perhaps I'll make a fig tart or something. A lot of you will probably say to make jam, but we actually have the neighbors had lots of blackberries and they just gave us some blackberry jam. So we're not in need of jam, and I'm trying to not keep jam, marmalade, just as a constant in the house, because then Gianfranco gets into the habit of having it and it's sort of kind of just like a treat. We try to sort of keep him away from sugar. Even these are very high in natural sugar. So I think I might just make a tart as a one-time treat. They're so ripe that if you even just squeeze them a little, whoa, mamma mia. Okay. That's a drop there. If you even just squeeze them a little bit, they fall apart in your hands. So why is it that there are 2 types of figs on this tree?
This is a wild fig tree that has been innestato, non so come si dice. So it had 3 big trunks.
Yeah.
And it was innestato, so with different types.
That's it. Okay. Okay, so let's make this fig tart. Look at these figs. I just love them. They're so cinematic. I think I say that about every fruit and vegetable, but really, I mean, figs, they're just the type of thing you always see in a still life painting, from the Renaissance or something. But I love both colors, both the purple and the green. The pastry is just my standard recipe. I've made so many tarts for you in the past. So it's just 1.5 cups of flour with some sugar, which I'll mix around. Sometimes mostly I use icing sugar, but I didn't have any icing sugar, so I'm just using normal white caster sugar. And then I have my butter. Oh, is that the courier? I'm waiting for a new camera to be delivered, and I'm so excited because this week one of my cameras broke. I'm currently filming this on a fixed macro lens, which is very difficult to get the focus, and yeah, I've got a new camera arriving, and that's another thing for September that I have been meaning to get myself a new camera and a new lens for ever, and I always seem to be running behind, and I'm always filming, so there's never a time when I kind of have some downtime to think, yes, let's update your camera gear, Kylie, but I feel like September, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, feels like the start of a new year. And so I said to myself, nope, this is a sign, your camera's broken. And I've been dealing with corrupt footage for a while. My gosh, like last week's episode, I filmed everything. I had to film it 4 times because the footage just kept coming back and was corrupt and I couldn't work out why. And then I thought, you know what? This is my full-time job and it has been for many years, so why not just invest in a new camera? Shall I take my rings off again? Yes, I should. And I'm very excited about this camera coming. Of course, as they always say that it's about being a good storyteller. You can be a good storyteller even just filming it on your phone. However, I do love to use a beautiful lens and just be able to capture things cinematically. As some of you know, I'm all about movement and exercise and eating healthy food, but I also believe that you have to we don't have to, but I think it's a good idea to have a balance and allow time also for treats. And because this is the season of figs, I thought, okay, I'm not eating them every day, but I'm just going to make one dessert, and then I think if you're moving, which as I am every day, and then doing my strength training 4 times a week, I'm really proud of myself because with my workouts, I've now been using Trainwell, which is the personal trainer, and they design the whole workout for you, and it's that very one-on-one relationship. And I use the app, and it goes through everything that I need to do, and then we chat almost every day, and I have been consistent with that now for over a year. I didn't think, like with children and postpartum and co-sleeping and breastfeeding and working and just life, so many other things that have kind of been a bit of a battle this year. I didn't think I would be able to keep it up also throughout the pregnancy as well, and yet I did. And it's just so this is a paid partnership with Trainwell, but I, hand on my heart, genuinely advocate this service because it has been so beneficial to me. I am someone who I can be very motivated, but sometimes because my life's a little bit erratic and I don't go into an office, so I don't have that kind of routine, I can find it a little bit hard to be consistent, and especially with the different seasons. And I was like scrolling through my workouts and looking, and I think I've missed only maybe 2 in a whole year. And it's just because it's designed for me. It's what I can manage. If I feel like I've got something too much on my plate, she can adjust the workouts. And I'm just adding egg yolks here, by the way. And my trainer Darian is just such a sweetheart. We've become so close because I guess when you're talking about your body and your stamina, it's really quite a personal thing. And I have ended up becoming quite vulnerable in our chats. She'll often reply to me with a video chat, which is very personal. And I mean, she's a mother as well, so she understands me from that perspective. But she happens to specialize in postpartum training. Like I have a toddler and a baby, but when I have Gianfranco, I bring him into my bedroom and I do the workouts there so that he can just work all around me, and he's climbing on me, and he even presses the little button when I finished the number of reps. He knows to press the button, and it's a lovely way for me to be able to still take care of my child and be with him, but make sure that I can get in a workout 4 times a week. And this dough is done. Okay, I just put that dough in the fridge just to rest, and we can make the frangipane filling, which is, let me remember what I do first. Ah, yeah. So I put the sugar and just cream that with the butter. I'm just creaming the sugar and butter, and because it is a very hot day, the butter is just very soft and malleable. Yesterday I had a chat with my personal trainer Darian, and we were just talking about my goals for September and the next few months.
I have seriously loved working with you. Genuinely, you are one of my most consistent clients, and you're so open to ideas, like about your training. You have like never missed a workout. Like, I think you missed like one workout ever, even while you've been traveling, even while you're staying up at night with your baby. And, I want to acknowledge that that is not easy.
As you know from all of our messages and everything, it's become really a personal relationship that I have with you, because it's such a difficult time postpartum, and it makes me really emotional. But it's
No, I honestly, you're gonna make me feel emotional.
no,
I know how hard it is. I truly know how hard it is, because I have two little boys as well, and those are hard times. It's not
yeah.
easy to find that time for yourself, and like you have dedicated yourself to doing something for you.
It's meant so much to me because you're so positive and supportive, but then you really listen when I tell you what's going on in my life.
You bring me, what you're feeling in your body, but like mentally, and like if you've slept, if you've not. And then that makes it so much easier for me to adjust things as we go.
Isn't she lovely? You can tell by her manner and her voice, and the way she listens and articulates herself. So anyway, if you are interested in checking out Train Well, then just go to the link. I'll put it in the description box below, and you can get 14 days, 2 weeks of free personal training. You fill out a little questionnaire, and they match you with a trainer, and you can just give it a try for free for 2 weeks. And so that's actually how I got onto it, before they were even a sponsor. I'm just adding vanilla here. Before they were even a sponsor, I saw it on someone else's YouTube channel, and I thought, I'm going to try that, and I did, and I loved it. Now, what am I doing? I am adding now 2 eggs. One. Might seem a bit strange to be speaking about working out while making a dessert, but I think that's what's important. My goal going forward is just like not saying I'm going to deprive myself forever, or put unrealistic expectations on myself just because I'm postpartum and I want to sort of get my body back into shape. It's about sort of working hard and staying healthy, and basically for most of my meals eating wholesome things, and then also allowing myself treats like this. Now let's add in the almond meal and some cinnamon. There we go, that's done. Now let's go and get the pastry. Some people par bake a crust like this, but I don't, because I like it to just be still lovely and soft and buttery, and not overcook it. If I were to par bake this, which means to just put it in with a weight in, I find that the edges just get too, not burnt, but they just become a bit brittle and crumbly then. And whereas this way they'll still remain lovely and buttery and and a lovely texture. Beautiful. Don't worry if this doesn't look like it fills it, because we've still got the fruit, and because of the eggs this will rise up a little bit.
They're writing songs of love, but not for me. A lucky stars above, but not for me. With love to lead the way, I found more clouds of gray than any Russian play could guarantee. I was a fool to fall and get that way. Hi-ho, alas, and also like a day. Although I can't dismiss the memory of her kiss, I guess she's not for me. I guess she's not for me.
I don't think I've ever taken you up here. This is on the top floor of the house. It's a big room where we kind of keep all of our clothes that are in storage. And I came up here hoping to get rid of a lot of stuff in my wardrobe and just make it a little bit more minimalist. However, I found all of these skirts and now I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should check and see if I fit into them. The thing is, when you're going through a pregnancy and then you're breastfeeding and your body is just such different shapes, and so you think, well, I don't know, like you don't want to throw out anything or give anything away, or because perhaps maybe your body will fit into it again at some point. And I don't know. It's a shame though. Obviously, you have to be accepting of what happens after 2 pregnancies and everything. But on the other hand, it'd be nice to be able to still use a lot of these clothes. So now I'm just going to see. Let me see if I can do this. I'm literally just doing this in real time. I don't know if this will fit, but oh, okay. Does it fit? Yes. Maybe. Yes. Yay. Let me take this off because I'm so hot. I just had a shower and I thought, oh, what should I put on? And now, yay. Ah, oh, it fits. Incredible. You know what? This is interesting because if I'm really honest, I was actually complaining to my trainer and saying, oh, I just feel really discouraged because I'm not seeing much progress and I'm not, you know, like, although I'm feeling really great about exercising, I don't see that my body is changing. And then sometimes it's like you have to actually, you know, try something. I'm still here, I'm just getting changed. You have to not look to the scales or anything. You just have to, look at this one fits as well, yay. I'm not doing this in any way to sort of be boastful, because the fact is there's, you know, I can feel that my body is still very different after the pregnancies. I really don't mean to make anyone feel bad if you're not fitting into old clothes. I guess what I'm saying is that it's proof that sometimes you can feel in your head that nothing's happening, or you can weigh yourself on the scales, which I tend not to do because my weight never really changes. I don't know why. But then you kind of need to just try on your clothes, and that can tell you, oh, actually, there has been some change. And I honestly didn't even believe it or realize it until now. I have these pants though, which I wore on my honeymoon, and I don't know. Oh, I mean, yeah, they fit, but they're not super comfortable. I don't know. I have to like suck suck everything in. So I've still got a little bit of way to go, but it is nice though when you don't have to throw away clothes or give them away. It's just, I've done both. Like I've been of the mindset, I think on the first pregnancy and postpartum, I said, you know, just make yourself feel better, buy a bigger size, and just stop trying to squeeze into things because you know you need to feel good about yourself. But on the other hand, it's also lovely not to have to throw away like a lifetime of clothes, because I hang on to my clothes for quite a long time, and I have I guess quite a sort of classic style. Like I don't tend to follow a lot of trends, so a lot of my outfits I've kind of been wearing for years, and they don't, well, at least for me, maybe maybe you might be of another opinion, but for me they don't go out of style so quickly because they're not that fashionable, let's say. You see, I had to undo this so that I could breathe. It's such a reward actually for all the times that I didn't feel like getting up and working out. It's such a reward when you can actually feel clothes feeling comfortable on your body. Yay, another one. Although this does create a problem with my wardrobe. I'm going to have to, let's just face it, I'm not a minimalist person when it comes to wardrobe. I love having lots of options. The thing about September in Italy, or at least in Tuscany, is it's not really that cozy fall, autumn weather. It's still warm. It's kind of actually what summers should be, is like you can eat outside, you can be outside, and you just want to be in cotton, linen, very soft, floaty fabrics. And yeah, so it's not exactly like I'll be lugging down cashmere and coats and everything like that. Okay, one more skirt. It needs a good iron, but you see, this is the thing I love about these classic skirts, is you can just kind of keep wearing them year after year, or at least I do. The problem is that, as many of you will know, with pregnancy, you just don't know, especially during the breastfeeding stage, you're just not sure what's going to fit you, when, how long. Should you be optimistic and keep some things in, thinking maybe I'll fit into this? Brian, if you're watching this, you guys know my friend Brian. He has all of his clothes organized according to color and probably even fabric as well. But it has just not been possible. I used to have it like that, but now it's sort of like, oh, here's another beautiful silk one. This is Max Mara. I'm sorry, you'll have to wait until November probably. Let's be ruthless. Okay, this I'm just not wearing. So this is a beautiful dress, but the waist is just a little bit high. It's not empire line, but it kind of makes me look a bit pregnant. And already, I think last episode someone said, Kylie, are you expecting? Thank you for your well wishes, but I'm not. I was probably just bloated in that shot. Yeah, perhaps I'll leave this for when maybe one day I might be pregnant again. I don't know. This is gorgeous, but can you see that? Well, I don't know. It's got orange. I feel like that's a little bit too summery for September. This is just such a staple. I feel like you've seen me in it so many times, but a cotton wrap dress is just so versatile when your body is changing. I don't know, I go through moods as well. Like sometimes I'll just see a film and I'll be inspired by even a particular color and think, I just want to wear cornflower blue, or I just want to wear something with lace. And often, can you still see me? Yeah. Often what I'll do is coordinate my clothes with the ingredients that I'm cooking. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but for example, if I was doing, I think I was doing eggplant, and I was sort of choosing a dark green color to just go with the tone of the eggplant and the basil pesto. So I chose it for that, and I love doing that. I love just designing sort of the color palette for a video, and I know that so many of you notice. So. Yeah, that's my justification why I keep so many dresses. Okay, so I'm just going to do a very quick lunch of, what would you call them? I guess turkey and vegetable fritters, or yeah, I think that's what I call them. So I like to just use some carrots, and I have some sweet potato and some zucchini from the garden. And then, thank you very much. I'm just going to grate them in raw. And I find that if you just kind of do them like about the thickness of 2 fingers, it's enough to cook the raw vegetables. Gianfranco loves these, and we love them, and it's a good way for me to get in some protein after I've had a workout. Do you know what? I might also put in some sage that I got from the church garden. No, here it is. Here it is. I think sage and turkey is a lovely combination. And I suppose I could do a little kind of like a tzatziki or something as well, like some Greek yogurt mixed with raw cucumber, which we also have in the garden. So I have my ground turkey, or you could use ground chicken, I suppose. And it's just, I feel apologetic even telling you because it's such a simple recipe, but I'm perhaps a little bit ambitious because I'm doing this in real time and it's almost lunchtime. And if you live with anyone who has a good appetite, you will know that it's not a smart idea to delay lunchtime. But this is genuinely such a quick recipe. I just mix them all together with a little bit of mustard and fresh herbs and salt and pepper, form them into little patties, put them in some little bit of flour, and then cook them in the pan. And I've done them also in the oven, but it's just faster in the pan. And today we are in a rush because we're all hungry. I suppose I kind of just do 1 zucchini per person, 1 carrot per person, and just 1 medium-sized potato. Minced meat is sort of sticks together fairly well, so whatever quantity of vegetables you want to put in, it still really works. This is just the easiest way to incorporate everything. Okay, here I have my flour. I have some cucumber from the garden, and I'm just chopping it up fine and putting it in with some Greek yogurt and a little bit of salt. And this can be a lovely little sauce to go on top. Oh my gosh, so many wasps right now. I don't know why. Some rucola. Here's some quinoa and black rice that I did last night for dinner. Cucumber and yogurt. And then a little bit of olive oil over the rucola. And there we are, done. Obviously now we're going to sit down and have this at the table, but I just had a taste and it is salty and juicy and just so delicious and so simple. This honestly just came together in I would say 20 minutes, so yum.
I hope you too feel reinvigorated by the change of season that September brings. Thank you for watching my little life here on this hill in Tuscany. Thank you to my patrons. Because of them, I can bring you even more cinematic footage, and I'm able to afford to buy a new camera when my old one broke this week. Do click on the link to train well if you'd like to do the quiz and try a free personal trainer for 14 days. I'll put the link in the first comment below. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you next episode. Alla prossima.